Guys, okay, hey, great. Thanks for being here. I am going to go over real quick how to sell a house in 14 days with minimal hassle, not the hassle of a traditional listing. This is a two-part. I'm not going to go over how we get more money, 14% more than traditional agents, and how to sell your house for the most amount. I'm not going to go over that right now. We can visit that in a later date, but this is just I want to do a quick video for you so that you understand where I'm coming from and why we can sell your house and how we can sell your house in 14 days or less. All right. So it's really simple. So who am I? I'm Chris Collins. I've been doing this for 18 years. I work with investors. I work with sellers, buyers. I do fix and flips myself. I have some buy and holds that I have. I'm in the game, all right? So I'm in the real estate game. Been doing this for a while now. And so the question is, I'm just going to skip through all of these here. Listen, presentation, you got to present your house. You got to present your house properly, right? We have to price it properly. I call that the law of expertise. We have to promote it properly. Make sure you get all of the promotion, all the exposure that house needs to do. Listen, what we do is I just want to go over science of pricing here. It's really important to understand pricing. When you're pricing your house at market value, you're only getting 60% of the buyer pool to actually look at your house. All right, that's it. 60% of the actual buyer pool that's out there to look at your house. We want 100% of your buyer pool to look at the house. So we want to price that thing 15% below market value. So we can get 90 to 100% of the buyer pool to actually look at your house. And that's the most important thing. When you're selling a house, you want the most eyes on it, right? So we think of it this way. You want the first buyer, you want the best buyer, right? You want a whole bunch of buyers looking at your house. And one buyer will negotiate the price down. Many buyers bid the price higher. And that's the secret sauce of our 2-week, our 14-day listing. Okay. So we do all the promotions I showed you. We do ton of promotion for your property. Make sure massive amounts of eyes get on that property. We execute it the second that we sign the agreement. We execute. We go to execute. You're going to see that in the past you've had three ways to sell a house: FSBO, cash sale, traditional sell. If you want a cash sell, you want to get out quickly, I can do that for you. I have the best cash sale, I believe the best cash offers that you can get, the multiple cash offers, I can get those for you. But listen, when you do a cash offer, when you're getting a cash offer from investors, the investors are going to take some of your equity. It's just the way it is. That they have to take some of your equity so they can make money, and that's what investors do, right? So we want you to keep all of your equity. And so you have a fourth option. It's a home boss. We call it the home boss system. And it utilizes what we call the law of competition. We get people in the door. I'm going to show you in just a second how many people we can get in the door. But it's a simple sales process. We sell your house in 14 days or less using the home boss. A buyer pays their own commission. So that is more money in your pocket. You're not paying the buyer's agent. You're keeping that. You have a debt. We create a deadline. We will guarantee you're going to get actual market value for your home, right? Not a low investor offer, but an actual market value for a home. There's no hassles like random showings. It's more convenient. You don't have to keep your house clean for weeks and weeks at a time. We do one open house and you have to clean it once, make sure it's really good to go for that open house. And then that's it. That's all we do, right? So we advertise and promote your house. We have direct marketing on your house. We have the right starting price. We create that buyer competition, and then we have a transparent offer process. Let me show you that transparent offer process, all right? So first off, our advertising process, we're doing a mega open house, right? So we get a lot of people through the door in our mega open house after we promote the heck out of it, start it right. This is one of our open houses. We had tons of people just waiting to come in. So we typically get 60 groups, 60 separate buyer groups coming through, say 40 to 60. That's a typical open house. If you ask any other agent, they typically get one, two, maybe three people coming through the door. We get 40 to 60 groups of people come through the door. We do a massive open house, put a lot of signs up and promote the heck out of it. All right. So we do it right. And then we have a transparent offer system, an online offer system. We make sure that everybody that does make an offer on your house is pre-approved, that has actual qualified to actually buy your house. This here is a home that we sold in Goodyear a few months back, starting the price at $450. All right. We had 54 offers, came in, wound up selling for $583,000 because his current offer was $583,000. Now the buyer paid their own fees to their agents. Okay. The appraised for 570. We wound up selling it for $13,000 above appraised just as a few months ago. Now this is in a supposed buyer's market, right? Which it is turning into a buyer's market, but this was just a few months ago. Sold it for above appraised value, and the buyer came in with cash. All right. And this is another one that we did in Gilbert. Same scenario. We really expected it to go for about 685,000. So we started the price at 595. We got 58 offers, wound up selling it for $722,000. We did an analysis on this and we fully expected 685. And the seller would have been happy at 685. If we would have listed this house and sold it for 685,000, she would have been happy. But look at what we did. We got $722,000 above what we expected to get. And the buyer paid their own agent. So she was able to keep more of her money. You think she was happy with that? Absolutely. It's a real simple system, real simple process. I know this is a quick video. You have to call me or contact me and we'll schedule a time to get together and go through it with more detail. But this is it. Initial meeting, we establish a price, we prepare the house for the weekend, open house. When we start getting online offers, you can accept, reject, or counter any of the offers that come in. You finally accept an offer and open escrow. Okay, and that's simple as that. And then we close the deal and you're done. It is a good, simple process. Okay, so if you think you can use help with all of that stuff, feel free to give me a call, right? You can go to 14daystrategycall.com. You can schedule a time to meet with me or just give me a holler. This is my cell phone. You can reach me anytime. I will give you some free stuff if you're want to do it on your own, but I'll give you some free stuff for that. But listen, give me a holler, 602-290-0950. Let's talk about more detail exactly how this can work for you. All right. I just want to go back real quick. These are some of the deals that we did that came out excellent. The majority of our deals that we do, we're selling them quickly for top dollar, but they're not necessarily going $30,000 more than what we expect. But they're typically, we just sold one in Tolleson. We mapped it out. We figured it would go for about 400 to 410,000, right in that range. Actually wound up selling for 415. All right, but we sold it in 15 days, and their next door neighbor had been on the market for 180 days. As a matter of fact, the agent called us and said, "Hey, how did you do that? How did you get that thing sold so quickly?" So it works really well. So give me a call, text me, call me, schedule a time here on 14daystrategycall.com, and let's just get together and go over this in a little bit more detail. I am confident that you'll be happy with the results. All right. Thanks so much, and we will talk soon.